Welcome to Fastang 444. I really need your help. I'm trying to grow my channel, so please subscribe and help me get to 1,000 subscribers. I'll jump right into this game where I am getting in position for the final showdown. This was the first game of the day. I only had 2 head-to-heads, and I decided to take my chances with this Jeep Trailcat. This is in the southeast, so just beyond this intersection at this bend in the road directed west is the point I like to leave from. Someone just gets into a Nissan GTR, and I know there is a level 10 Lamborghini Centenario also in this final showdown.
Head-to-heads complete. Get ready for the final showdown.
You can see on the map this point that I like to leave from. This is Arena 7. The range of time to leave is 18 to 20 seconds. That range of time is for level 10 or near level 10 speed and accelerating vehicles. So I will leave it 24 seconds. I could tell I was early, so I slowed down through here, and the Lamborghini Centenario, to my surprise, peels off to the right into the stream that is ahead. I like taking the bridge. I actually like my chances right now because they are taking a straight line. They have a lot of obstructions to go through. So I will follow this road going through the left center of this traffic circle. This is a clear path through the traffic circle. And follow along the road that goes around the south side of Teotihuacan. They are going to have to shoot the gaps in between the pyramids and Teotihuacan on that route. And I do not. So I will open up the map in the straightaway, and I will enlarge the mini map and show you what they are dealing with after I open up the map here. So opening up the map confirms where I thought this finish point would be, and watch what happens with the Lamborghini Centenario. They wind up running into probably the pyramids. So I will follow this road that crosses this bridge and go over the right side of this hill. There's a paved road that's ahead. I want to get on right around the bend in the road here, avoiding these trees on the side of the hill, over to the finish for a very easy win. First game of the day. Yes, in a Jeep Trailcat.
Welcome to the secret society of the Illuminati. Oh, shh.
I will jump into this game. I am heading over into the southwest. I am up against another Maserati Levante. And when a finish point leads over here, I know this is going to be a difficult arena where you have to keep going into the trees. So when it offers me the Audi RS7, which has more of a level 9 top speed, I decide I'm going to use this in the final showdown. This would be a one head-to-head game. So I now will jump ahead. You can see the final arena. I am getting in position for that final showdown in the southwest. Just beyond this intersection at this bend in the road facing east is the point I like to leave from. And there's someone that's in a level 10 that is engaging in head-to-heads that is most likely, along with the others, going to be all caught out of position for this final showdown. There they are there, getting into a Lamborghini Centenario. You can see on the map this point that I like to leave from. This is Arena 15. The range of time to leave is 11 to 13 seconds. I will add 1 second to the maximum not being in a level 10 and leave it 14 seconds. A car does appear on the road on the right that appears to be going into the city, heading north. I angled to the left. There is a angled road ahead. I avoid the buildings on the left and a bridge that is over across the river on the right there. So I will follow along the line of electrical power towers and get over on the highway. It appears as though the finish may be very close to the highway. Gradually turn, angling over towards the highway here, trying to maintain as much speed as possible. Now that I'm on the highway, I can gain some speed here. Let's see what this Audi RS7 will do on some pavement. I like my chances. I have a very commanding lead here. And someone quits through there. We go from 7 to 6 drivers. They know they're out of it. I might have done the same. And when I open up the map, I can see this is just west of Teotihuacan, south of the highway. So once I cross the bridge that's ahead, there actually is a yellow billboard. That's my mark to turn to the right. There's that yellow billboard over to the finish for a great win. 2 in a row. What a great start to the day. Yes.
Congratulations! You are the Eliminator!
Only one head-to-head. I'll show you the beginning and end of this head-to-head just to show you that this is going to be Final Arena 16. That's the one that is west of Horizon Mexico Festival site, and I wound up going by a Nissan GTR right here as I crossed the finish, and I wind up getting into a level 7 Ferrari. So my hopes of having 3 wins in a row are kind of diminishing at this point, but I am not giving up all hope. I'm going back to the festival site, and I'm just going to full send it and hopefully cross paths with someone in something faster, or wind up getting into a level 8 that is faster than the Ferrari. And look what I come upon. A level 10 Mercedes AMG 1. And I actually like my chances at this point. I have momentum. I just need to keep it on the road, and they should be able to pass me, but I'll slow this down and look back. Look at what they did. They overshoot the turn, go flying, and then flip. It looks like upside down. I am taking the Mercedes AMG 1 just before the arena is going to begin to shrink here. So I will put myself out of harm's way as I take the Mercedes AMG 1. So someone doesn't come along and snipe me and take the Mercedes AMG 1 immediately from me, which doesn't happen. So now I will just get in position for the final showdown. How great is this? Wow, I did not think that was a possibility.
Head-to-heads complete. Get ready for the final showdown.
You can see on the map this point that I like to leave from. This is Arena 16. The range of time to leave is 20 to 23 seconds. I will leave it 21 seconds because of I have a Brocky trying to ram into me. I may be a second or so late. Not a problem. I think the Brocky is actually going to be early unless they slow down. And I will slow this down. Here's a level 7 Bronco, then a level 10 Lamborghini Centenario. The Brocky goes off to the right. I think they slowed down, as I mentioned, because they were early. So off we go. I pass everyone, and the finish point, as I open up the map, is at a point I like to start at, the thumbs up, right near the thumb. So I know to just keep it on the road. Once I am beyond the lava field, I will go over towards this finish here. Let's see how I do in the rain. And it looks like the Brocky and the Lamborghini are trying to take a direct route through the lava field. That's a difficult line, and it's unlikely they'll get through there cleanly. Now that I am through the lava field, I can angle over towards this finish. I know there is a grove of trees just short of this finish. I can see it now, so I will go around the edge of the grove of trees. Right over to this finish. What a great win. That's 3 in a row. What a great way to start the day. And an AMG 1 I stole with a Ferrari. Yes.
Horizon, please congratulate the Eliminator!
This fourth game, I was being a car drop sniper, so I sniped this Nissan Tsuru. Off we go, and I will jump ahead. I need to either slow down as I jump over the highway or cross it squarely. I don't do either one of those. I go at an angle, I spin out. Here comes the Nissan Tsuru, and they are going to pass me right before I get to the finish. Fail. Oh. I'll show you this head-to-head. I am in a Volvo, and I have a level 6 Porsche right behind me. I keep blocking them and getting in front of them, and I actually like my chances. I have had good luck with the Volvo, actually. It is probably the quickest level 3 of all the level 3s, and I am in perfect position right in front of them. The finish is right here. I'm still blocking them, and I actually thought I won this. I missed the finish point, and they just pull over to it and fail. I'll jump into this next game as I am getting in position for the final showdown. You can see this is in the northeast, and a highly skilled player is in this game, Mr. One, aka Nickel Colt. He is in a Lamborghini Centenario, and I had 4 head-to-heads this game. They were very easy head-to-heads to win. Started out in a level 6 Exocet. Here I am in the great Mercedes AMG 1, perfect for this final showdown that tends to be a all road or mostly road westbound final showdown. So just beyond this bend in the road is where I like to leave from, right here. And there's Mr. One behind me there.
The final showdown!
I open up the map to avoid this turd that's trying to ram me. You can see on the map this point that I like to leave from. This is Arena 4. The range of time to leave is 26 to 29 seconds. I will leave right now at 26 seconds. I just maintained my speed through this turn, and Mr. One goes flying by me, times this exit perfectly. I'll slow this part down. This Maserati is parked right in my line. I exit at 3 seconds, but I go off-road, lose a bit of my speed, and the pop-up pops up, and I should be driving by the mini-map. I overshoot this turn. Now I'm struggling to get back into this race, and I will open up the map in this straightaway, and I can see the finish is just northwest of Horizon Street Scene. So I will continue on the road until I get to the Cloverleaf and then angle over towards this finish. Mr. One is taking more of a direct route, so I actually like my chances at this point. Even though I am in second place, I should get into first just before the finish if I get a clean run through here. It should have been farther over to the right, and I clipped the edge of that pond, but fortunately I avoid that tree. I'm in first place, and I will get over to this finish just before Mr. One comes over, and I actually think he quit just as I crossed the finish point. I might have done the same out of frustration. We go from 6 drivers to 5, and when the pop-up of who was closest to me, his gamer tag is omitted. Good game, Mr. One. He is very difficult to beat, so anytime I can beat such a skilled player, a major accomplishment.
Winner! Welcome to the Illuminati!
I am just going to full send it in this Audi RS6 and hopefully come across someone in a higher level vehicle that I could steal just before the final showdown. And I see a car parked over on the right, so I head over towards them and jump right over them. It's a 9 Fiesta, so I will take this level 9 Fiesta just before the final showdown. Let's get over to the finish on the highway just across the bridge here, and as I get close to the finish I can see 2 level 10s parked on the perimeter there. So I know, even though I stole this level 9 Fiesta, I'm not going to be able to compete in the final showdown going the traditional west direction. So I am going to try to influence the finish northwest. I could have possibly gone east. The final showdown in 28 seconds. This is Arena 3. The range of time to leave in a level 10 is 22 to 26 seconds. So I am just going to head west and pretend like I am going the traditional west direction. And as I get close to Horizon Street Scene, I will make an abrupt northwest turn right around here, and hopefully time my exit with a bit of speed and influence the finish. It doesn't always work. I exit at 3 seconds with a fair amount of speed. 1/2 of a second remaining on the timeout bar, and the finish point appears. This level 9 Fiesta, it was all for naught. I am not going to be able to win this. I wound up just quitting. There's no way I'm coming back from this. So we'll put this down as a fail. I will jump into this game. As you can see, I am in a Ferrari. I find a level 9 Volkswagen Andretti Beetle just north of the stadium. And I will jump ahead here. I wound up trying to find someone around the perimeter to engage in a head-to-head with, and decided to go right into the mix of things, right around where the head-to-heads are completing. Let's see if I can't snipe someone that just completes a head-to-head. Here's a head-to-head that just completed in front of me. They are in a level 10 Funko. So here we go. They are going sideways away from the direction of the head-to-head. A level 7 Ferrari is sitting there as I go by. So I will go around the south side of Horizon Street Scene Festival site. Look at this finish. I will pause this and insert this map. The road configuration is roughly shaped like a bird's head. There are 3 ponds, one behind the bird's head, one around the middle of the bird's head, and one around the beak. Remember that. That comes up later. A later head-to-head, the next head-to-head actually. So this offers me, of course, I can take the Funko, but it offers me the preferred Brocky, so I will always take the Brocky. The Funko is really squirrely at high speeds, so I am going to head away from the progression of the game, go hang out around the perimeter of the arena as it is shrinking into the second to last arena over here south of the stadium. Just wait here, and I will jump ahead here. These 2 vehicles come right towards me. I should not engage in a head-to-head. I call this an unnecessary risk. I am already in the vehicle I want for the final showdown, but I am chasing this skilled player, Johnny Bravo, in an Exocet, and I am heading right for disaster. Remember that bird shape? I am right in line of the middle of the bird's head, right where that pond is. Hit a bump, flip over, spin out. Johnny Bravo passes me and is going to get over to this finish. This goes down as an epic fail. This one hurt, and it's of my own doing is the worst part. I did not need to engage in that head-to-head. This was a few games later. There are 9 drivers left. I am still in a level 5 Focus RS, driving around on a bit of a car drop search over near the stadium. And look what I find. Level 9 Focus RS RX. So now I need to get into another head-to-head, get into a level 10. I will jump ahead. I get on the highway, full send it. I thought I caught this Brocky heading the wrong direction, and I just missed. So I went back, and I got him after I got into a Funko. They were going the wrong direction, so I just need to get over to this finish here and eliminate the Brocky, and it will offer me a Lamborghini for the Brocky. I will take their Brocky as I cross the finish. Someone gets into a Mercedes AMG 1, and this is just as the arena shrinks for the final showdown. So I need to kind of scramble and get in position for my exit heading west. This is Arena 1. The range of time to leave is 22 to 25 seconds where that vehicle is over on the left there. So I will just hop on the highway and try and time my exit here. I can tell I was a little early, so I wasn't able to accelerate here. And let's go. And this winds up being the Mercedes AMG 1 in front of me. To my surprise, they didn't block me. I would have blocked me or bumped me into the guardrail. That's fair play in this game. I exited 1 second. I'm actually feeling pretty good right now, although the Mercedes-AMG 1 should be able to catch me with the speed that it has. Here's where I make a mistake. I should not open up the map and sacrifice any speed, even though it was just for a second. That is enough for me to lose critical speed that is needed. So I'm going to wait until I am very close to this finish and then angle over towards it. Mercedes-AMG 1 stays on the highway, and I'm actually feeling very good right at this point. If I have a clean run over to this finish, I just need to avoid this electrical power tower and those boulders, which I do, and I will slow this down. Watch how close this finish is. I thought I had it, but the Mercedes-AMG 1 passes me just before I get to the finish by a millisecond. Ouch. Jump into this head-to-head here. I wind up spinning out as I engage in the head-to-head with this level 3 Porsche Macan. I'm in the level 5 Bronco R. They have a good jump on me, and I will jump ahead where I have another fail on my hands. Another one that hurt, although fortunately I wasn't in a level 10 like I was earlier. I will jump into this game where I am leveling up into the Mercedes-AMG GT, a great car, and we'll jump ahead. I engaged in 2 more head-to-heads. This is just before the final showdown. Leveling up into the level 9 Volkswagen Andretti Beetle. This is the car I will use in the final showdown. These head-to-heads are canceled here very shortly. So I am getting him in position over near a small group of trees here, somewhere around here. Where are they? Yeah, right over here. That's the point I like to leave from. There's another Volkswagen Andretti Beetle in this final showdown in a level 8 Nissan GTR. Actually, the Nissan GTR has a higher top speed. You can see on the map this point that I like to leave from. This is Arena 10. The range of time to leave is 21 to 24 seconds. I found 22 seconds from this. Arena is a perfect time to leave in almost every single vehicle. I'll get on the road, and where this road bends to the right, I will continue straight and go through the corner of the greenhouse ahead. Comes a flat line through here. I exit with a fair amount of speed at 2 seconds, which will leave 1.5 seconds remaining on the timeout bar. Initially, I'm not seeing the finish, and then I see it in the clouds. Sometimes the white gets lost in the clouds, so I will cross the highway at a square angle so I don't flip over, get through a few buildings on this line, and then I am going to try and get close to the stadium. There are many obstructions that are off to the left if you take a straight line, which is what the Volkswagen Andretti Beetle that is off behind me on the left is doing. So now that I am around all those obstructions that are off on the left, I can start angling over towards this finish. Would have liked to gone across the bridge there, but I was a little far right, so I just need to get through these trees over towards this finish. And I can see now that this is on the lower portion of the mountain. It looks like on one of the lower switchbacks that's ahead, and I should be farther to the right or left. I'm not, so I will slow down so I don't go flying and flip over and wind up having to reset off of that hill there, but I have a very commanding lead. Easy win in the Volkswagen Andretti Beetle. Yes!
Welcome to the shadowy ranks of the Illuminati.
I will jump into this game. I am on the suspension bridge, and I basically lured this vehicle over towards me. They come flying full speed in a level 10 Brockie, and I guess maybe not full speed, they were stopping there, but this is actually the only head-to-head I trust myself with in this area. I don't have to go through any of the trees. So I just need to get through the tunnels, and there is a angled dirt road that is ahead. I will go on that over to the finish and take this Brockie. One more tunnel to get through. And that angled dirt road is just ahead. There's actually a tree just short of it. I want to be on the left side of it here. Through a couple trees here over on the dirt road. Almost spun out, but very commanding lead. I won't have a problem taking this Brockie.
Opponent eliminated.
So I wound up going back through the tunnels over to the suspension bridge, and now the arena is going to begin to shrink here very shortly. I'm actually a little sooner than I normally would like to be, but I do not believe there will be enough time for anyone to engage and complete a head-to-head with me. So let's just get in position for the final showdown. Left of that tree. Follow this angled dirt road, this Camaro. Engage in a head-to-head and just pretty much put themselves out of position if they try to complete that head-to-head. So, this T-shaped intersection ahead, there is a shed I like to leave right next to.
Head-to-head is complete. Get ready for the final showdown.
Here it is. Right here. You can see on the map this point that I like to leave from. This is Arena 9. The range of time to leave is 11 to 13 seconds. I will leave just a hair early at 13 seconds and just not be able to accelerate on my way to the exit because of this exoset I left early. As you can see, I am up against a Mercedes-AMG 1 here. We both are side by side as we exit. I exit perfectly at 3 seconds, which will leave 1/2 of a second remaining on the timeout bar. When the finish point appears, and I'll freeze this here, here's where I make an error. I typically will go east of the pyramid strip, Teotihuacan, but I decided to try to go through the pyramid strip, the same line the Mercedes-AMG 1 is on, but they know the route obviously much better than I. I'm running in the trees here. I have thrown the entire race away by that decision. It was a split-second decision, and I will regret that here very shortly. In reality, them taking a clean route through there, I wouldn't have been able to catch them going east of the pyramid strip, Teotihuacan. I'll show you a few of the head-to-heads in this game. It wound up being, I am in the greatly hated, loved Camaro off-road. As you can see, it does the spin-outs, and I am in a head-to-head where I pretty much gave up the lead almost immediately here. And this is going to be Final Arena 16, which is west of the Rise of Mexico Festival site. So this finish point is actually in the ravine. So I'm familiar with this. I've seen this finish point many times before. I know I need to go into the ravine around the T-shaped intersection. That is a clear path into the ravine, and I can't afford to hit any more boulders. They are on a direct route where they are going to get hung up on the boulders. I've done that once too many. That's why I know to go into the ravine right around this T-shaped intersection that's off on the right there. And I can see them hung up on the boulders there. I unfortunately run into boulders, so this is going to be close. I need to get over to this finish here as they're coming down. And I get to the finish right in front of them. Disaster averted, almost a fail, which is not that uncommon actually in the Camaro. I've kind of grown to accept that once I get into the Camaro, that is a potential thing, especially in the Baja here. So I will jump ahead where I went back over near the festival site, and this Nissan GTR is just sitting there. I am actually going to take it. It is a higher top speed vehicle, and I won't allow anyone else to get it. So now I need to get into 2 more head-to-heads to get into a level 10. There are 16 drivers left. I run into these boulders, get stuck. Fortunately, I get unstuck, and this vehicle is coming over towards me. Hopefully I have something faster than they do, and I do. It's an Audi RS6, so off we go. I am going to jump ahead where I am just before crossing the finish here, and we'll get into a level 9 that I will accept, as long as it's not the Trackhawk, and I would regret taking the Nissan GTR, that's the fact, but it's not. It winds up being the level 9 Volkswagen Andretti Beetle. Great, so I will jump ahead again. I wound up going over south of the festival site. This was a vehicle that was running from me, so I am going to try and lead them away. They didn't fall for that, so they are skilled enough to know not to do that. So now I have to track them down. It's getting ready for the arena to shrink here, so I am all or nothing. Let's just full send it, and it winds up being a level 9 Trackhawk. The greatly hated, I don't think anyone loves this vehicle. So I get by them. Fortunately, they didn't bump me. I just need to get over to the finish, and it looks like they got hung up off-road there. I'm not sure why they would do that, unless they were just pulling over and just accepting their fate. So I'm going to get out of harm's way and level up to the level 10.
Opponent eliminated!
Rocky. Perfect for an off-road final showdown. Typically it's off-road. Again, it's on the road, so I will jump ahead again where I am just getting in position now for the final showdown. Right here is where I like to leave.
Head-to-heads complete. Get ready for the final showdown!
Someone completed a late head-to-head and gets into a Lamborghini Centenario. Most likely they will be caught out of position. You can see on the map this point that I like to leave from. This is Arena 16. The range of time to leave is 20 to 23 seconds. I will leave at 21 seconds. I will use a bit of caution through these turns in the Brockie so I don't overshoot these turns and go into the boulders and throw it all away. I wind up passing the Lamborghini Centenario exit with a fair amount of speed at 1 second, with 2 seconds remaining on the timeout bar. I will open up the map in this straightaway here so I don't go off-road and crash, and the finish is at the thumbs up road configuration. So I will go far to the left, angle over to the right, and get on the road and just try and stay in the apex of these turns. Just fluctuating the acceleration, and so far so good. I'm doing well, keeping it on or very close to the road. Difficult in the Brockie at high speeds. Now once I am beyond the lava field, I will angle over towards the thumbs up. Right here, I can angle over towards it. Trees off on the right, I avoid, and it's actually right at the thumb for a great win in the Brockie. Yes!
Welcome to the secret society of the Illuminati! Oh, shh.
I will show you this one head-to-head. I am chasing, I think it was an aerial nomad. I run right into this grain silo, I think that is, and a MG Metro comes by. They also hit something there, but here comes the curse of the Camaro. And there was that aerial nomad that I was chasing. And this is in the northwest, so we both have to get through these trees here and not hit a single tree or hit less trees than the other. And I actually did well getting through the trees, but to my surprise, they wound up getting through first and crossed the finish right in front of me. Fail. Curse of the Camaro. This was actually the next game, so I went over here, what I call the home of the Eliminator, and look what I find. A level 7 Jeep Trailcat right at the beginning, and I will jump ahead where I engage in a head-to-head with a level 3 Volvo. They wound up quitting just before I crossed the finish. I might have done the same, and I level up into a RJ Anderson Pro 2 truck fairly early in this game, and I will jump ahead again. I am full sending it. I cross paths with a Audi RS7. They try evading me, but unsuccessfully. So I will need to just get over to this finish, and again I will jump ahead. Get over to this finish here, and this is west of Horizon Street Scene, just north of the bridge. It is west of Horizon Street Scene, so this is a typical finish point when it's going to be Final Arena 3. There are patterns depending on where the head-to-heads begin and what the final arena will be. So I get into the Hoonigan Group A, near level 10 speed. What a great car. And again, I will jump ahead. I am chasing this car that is ahead. They wind up going over south of the Cloverleaf, but I am tracking them down, and I am engaging in head-to-head with this level 5 Maserati Levante. So back over to the highway, and this finish point will be just across the bridge here on the perimeter. Skid across the finish and back towards the next arena, so I do not go outside of the arena and have time taken off of my timeout bar and get into this level 10 Funko. I will use this in the final showdown. So I will jump ahead again where I am now getting in position for the final showdown. Just ahead here, just this side of the bridge is actually where I like to leave. I found being on top of the bridge, potentially you can put yourself in harm's way where others will knock you off the bridge. So this is the point I like to leave from right here.
Head-to-head's complete. Get ready for the final showdown!
You can see on the map this point that I like to leave from. This is Arena 3. The range of time to leave is 22 to 26 seconds. I will leave at 23 seconds. I will slow this down. That is a Nissan GTR and a Funko in the right lanes. This winds up being one of my best exits with speed from Final Arena 3. 207 miles per hour that was, wow. 1 second remaining on the timeout bar, but with the speed that I had, a half a second is minuscule. So I have a decent lead here. Initially it looks like the finish is somewhere around the lava field, so I'll just keep it on the road. And I will open up the map in the straightaway ahead. I usually like to do that around this intersection. And since it's north of the highway, I'll get in the right lanes. And this is at the southern portion of the lava field. So I will use that bridge that crosses the highway that comes up as a marker to turn over towards this finish just before it. Clear those trees. Watch out for some obstructions that are over on the left there around that bend in that road. Get over to this finish for a very dominant win in the Funko. Yes, all right.
Congratulations! You are the Eliminator!
I will show you this last game of the day. I have 7 wins under my belt with plenty of fails, as you can see. So this vehicle is right here. I am in the great AMG GT, and off we go. And this head-to-head leads over towards the leg, and I just need to go around all these trees here. Keep it on the road for the most part. You can see it's across the ravine over towards the northeast of New Lake. So I'll cross the bridge here at the dam, and I barely get halfway across and they're quitting the game there. Bit of a rage quit, that's called, so I might have done the same. I actually think you should wait till someone's close to the finish. You're just helping people level up quicker like that. So into the MG Metro, and I will jump ahead. I was chasing around this vehicle that is over towards the peninsula, and I can tell by their positioning this is a skilled player, so I have to use caution, especially because I don't know what they are in, and I am in this MG Metro. So they start heading the direction of the head-to-head. This is going to be Final Arena 14, which is the one that is just south of the leg, between the leg and the aerodrome. So again, they are a very skilled player, I can tell. So I need to use caution that they are going to turn around on me. I knew that was going to take place, and this gamer tag I've seen many times before and anticipated. That is a very skilled player. That is a very skilled move. I call that leading away. Lead the opponent away from the direction of a head-to-head and turn around on them. But I have the MG Metro that actually accelerates very quickly off-road. So this is a perfect head-to-head for this vehicle. I need to get between these trees and over on this trail that leads over to the finish, which I do. They're right behind me. I think they might have hit a tree there or just conceded the loss. Either way, I will get into a level 9. Difficult player to beat, by the way. Like I said, I've seen them many times before. They wind up winning a lot of games. So into the Fiesta I go. Great car. I need one more head-to-head to get into a level 10, and I'll jump ahead. I came into their leg. They rammed me as I engage in a head-to-head with them, an Audi RS7, so off we go. I need to go across the bridge here, and I will open up the map and pause this. I can see where the finish point is, and I will jump ahead. I got through all of the trees over to this finish, and we'll get into a level 10 just before the arena is beginning to shrink for the final showdown. So I need to start making my way over and get in position for the final showdown. It's actually shrinking now, not beginning to shrink. So just ahead on the right is an electrical power tower. I like to leave right next to it. Where is it? It's around here somewhere. There it is, right here. Right on the right side of it. This is the point I like to leave from. You can see on the map this point that I like to leave from. This is Arena 14. The range of time to leave is 15 to 18 seconds. I will leave at 18 seconds. As I showed you why I was getting in position for the final showdown, there is a Mercedes AMG 1 in this. I think that's them off on the left because this is a Jeep Trackhawk and a level 5 Porsche. I exit perfectly with speed at 3 seconds and go over towards the electrical power tower. And when the finish point appears, it looks initially like it might be on the southeast side of the mountain, and I will go through the lava field that's ahead. This road configuration is roughly shaped like a bird. I know I can go through the neck and then the left middle of the wing. This is a clear path through here. Watch this. It's good to remember these routes. Right through the middle of the wing, avoiding all the lava. There's the Church of Ruins off on the right. Now I can start angling over towards this finish here. And just try and keep a clean finish once I get up into the trees on the side of the mountain. I think this is a clear path over here around this intersection. There's a bump farther right you go that'll send you flying. So I will slow down where I can maintain my direction, but yet have enough speed to get through these trees cleanly. Over this finish for win number 8 on the day, and this is the Mercedes AMG 1 that comes in late. Yes!
Horizon, please congratulate the Eliminator!
Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video along with all of my videos. And if you've been enjoying my content, subscribe. Please help me get to 1,000 subscribers.